Spider-Man, Dune, Challengers. You probably know Zendaya from these big franchises and her most recent hits, but how much do you really know about her career before all that? Today, we're diving into some of her most iconic roles and taking a closer look at her journey to stardom. So, without further ado, let's go!
I'm Rocky, and right over there is Cece, and we're the only ones in our class that don't have cell phones. Plus, we need operations! How do we do this time? Someone stole our dime.
You probably know the incredible Zendaya from blockbusters like Spider-Man and Dune. Yeah, she's everywhere these days. But hey, do you remember where it all started? Before she was saving the world or crossing galaxies, she was lighting up the dance floor as Rocky Blue in the super fun, super chaotic, and totally iconic Shake It Up from 2010 to 2013. Zendaya starred alongside Bella Thorne as two Chicago teens chasing their dream of becoming professional dancers, landing spots on a local TV show, and of course getting into all kinds of hilarious trouble along the way.
But, come on, you have to remember me. You have to remember us. Cece, you are my best friend in the whole world. Please come back to me, I need you. Dig down deeper, dig down deeper.
Okay, so we've seen Zendaya dance, we've seen her act, but did you know she's also got pipes? Zendaya can sing, and she's been proving that since way back. In 2011, she dropped her first original song, Dig Down Deeper, for the Pixie Hollow games. It's as magical and catchy as you'd expect from a Disney fairy soundtrack. But that was just the beginning. By 2013, she released her debut self-titled album, and guess what? It wasn't just a Disney side project. The girl came through with real R&B vibes, slick production, and that effortless cool we now associate with her red carpet slayage. Over the next few years, Zendaya kept dropping new tracks, especially on her YouTube channel, where some of them racked up millions of views. And even though it's been a while since her last release, you never know when she might surprise us with another unexpected single.
Wish I could butter you up. We go again, and we go again. You know you wanna be my darling. We can sail away tonight. Does Walker have a thing for you? Oh my gosh, that's why he's always in your face.
Right? Wait, stop. I'm still mad. You're not getting that interview. That cover story is mine.
It's mine.
I can't believe we were ever BFFs.
Best friends for never.
Good one, Freight much?
Talk much.
In 2012, Zendaya reunited with Bella Thorne for yet another Disney adventure, this time in the original movie Frenemies. She played Halley Brandon, a smart and ambitious teen navigating the highs and lows of friendship. And let's just say, things get complicated. The film dives into the kind of drama we all recognize. When best friends clash, priorities shift, and loyalty gets tested. It's a lighthearted story, sure, but with a surprisingly relatable emotional punch. Oh, and if you're a Cobra Kai fan, keep your eyes peeled, because you'll spot a very familiar face in the cast.
Two are like twins from different planets. Hey, are you thinking what I'm thinking? Free mall massage? No, this could be an awesome story for Geekly Chic. Smile. And then a free mall massage. I just want to say how happy I am that my mom has finally found love again.
Oh yeah!
It's okay! To my new family.
And now we have to talk about Zapped. Zendaya plays Zoey, a girl who suddenly finds herself stuck in a house full of loud, messy stepbrothers after her mom gets remarried. Then, through a bunch of tech glitches and bizarre coincidences, her phone turns into some kind of magic remote that controls boys. And just when you think it couldn't get any more random, boom, dance competition. Because of course, it's Zendaya. And of course, she's dancing. It's basically every Disney Channel plot in one movie.
Speak.
You've been whipped by the trip.
Shut your mouth.
What was that?
In the musical The Greatest Showman, Zendaya plays Anne Wheeler, a gifted trapeze artist in the circus run by Hugh Jackman's character. Anne isn't just there for the spectacle. Her story dives into themes of race and social class, especially through her relationship with Philip Carlyle, played by Zac Efron. Zendaya trained for weeks to perform many of her stunts herself, and she also sings in the film's Oscar-nominated soundtrack.
No one can rewrite the stars.
It's one of her most physically demanding roles, and one that proved just how versatile she really is.
Taking over you. Oh, this is the greatest show.
What the heck do you think you're wearing?
A dress suitable for a 16-year-old girl? And what are you wearing?
My new dress, I just bought it.
At what store? Forever Inappropriate?
In Casey Undercover, Zendaya takes the lead as Casey Cooper, a confident, tech-savvy high schooler and skilled black belt who suddenly discovers that her parents are undercover spies, and they expect her to join the family business. The series ran from 2015 to 2018 and mixed action, comedy, and family drama, with Zendaya right at the center, kicking butt and cracking codes.
He stands up for what's right, even if he's standing alone. Or flat on his butt. And that's what it means to be a man. Taught to you by... a woman.
Super pointy. Oh, it's so pretty. Oh, another Smallfoot. How many of you are there? Oh, a lot. Hi.
In the animated film Smallfoot, Zendaya is Meechee, the chief's daughter, a fearless yeti with big questions and even bigger curiosity. She lives in a mountaintop village where humans, aka Smallfoots, are just a myth until one shows up, screaming and very real. Meechee isn't just along for the ride. She's the one challenging traditions, poking holes in ancient scrolls, and dragging the yetis straight into an existential crisis. Oh, and yes, she sings.
Ooh, okay, down. Right side, purple thingy, slide it. Oh, there we go. Boom! Ha-ha! Woo! Nico, I'm putting shapes next to other shapes to make rows disappear. It's pointless and a total waste of time, but I can't stop. There goes our high score.
Where have you been?
Zendaya also pops up in the second season of the Netflix series The OA as Fola, a sharp, intuitive gamer who's already cracked the early levels of a bizarre underground puzzle game that's been driving people into obsession. She's the one who gives Kareem, the detective, the first real clues that this game might not just be a game, it might be a gateway to something much bigger. It's a short appearance, but Fola plays a key role in unraveling the central mystery, and Zendaya nails it with cool, quiet intensity.
Work my way up, bigger salary, find a life partner, settle down, have some kids, get old, die, and leave my high net worth to a kid who doesn't even know why she's alive either.
Why don't you study philosophy or religion?
That's what I'm doing. Only not in churches, not in books.
And you got every entertainment outlet running with her call to arms, her Viva la Revolution. Not because they actually care or want to spread the message, but because they know that there's nothing that sells more than disgust.
In Malcolm and Marie, Zendaya steps into one of her most emotionally demanding roles. She plays Marie, a former actress, locked in a long, late-night argument with her filmmaker boyfriend Malcolm, played by John David Washington. The entire film takes place in a single house over the course of one night, shot entirely in black and white, with a moody, elegant style that makes every frame feel like a photograph. It's raw, intimate, and full of sharp dialogue, a total departure from Zendaya's more mainstream roles. And with just 2 actors carrying the whole thing, Zendaya proves she can hold the screen like few others.
Tell me where the fucking pills are. Tell me where the pills are. And that, Malcolm, is what authenticity buys you.
I will help you deliver justice to the one they call Algae and save the son of Hebron. Hey guys!
In Space Jam: A New Legacy, Zendaya voices Lola Bunny, now a serious, skilled baller and a key player on the Toon Squad. This time, Lola's got a whole new vibe, less flirt, more focus, and she's teaming up with LeBron James for a high-stakes basketball game set inside a virtual world. The movie is packed with over-the-top visual effects, wild animation sequences, and a ton of surprise cameos from across the Warner Brothers universe. Oh, and yes, there's even a Michael Jordan in the movie. Sort of.
What in the world?
Thank you. My friends call me MJ.
I thought you didn't have any friends.
I didn't.
I gotta go.
Hey, where are you going? What are you hiding, Peter? I'm just kidding, I don't care. Bye.
Alright, now it's time to talk about the franchise that truly catapulted Zendaya into global stardom. She first appeared as MJ in Spider-Man: Homecoming, bringing a totally fresh take on the iconic character. Sarcastic, sharp, observant, and effortlessly cool. Across the trilogy, her relationship with Peter Parker went from low-key banter to full-on emotional roller coaster, with heartbreak, memory loss, and multiverse madness along the way. This role marked a turning point in Zendaya's career, from teen sensation to international superstar. And of course, life imitates art, as she and Tom Holland took their on-screen chemistry into the real world. Oh, and Zendaya will return as MJ in Spider-Man: Brand New Day, set to hit theaters in 2026.
MJ,
I'm Spider-Man.
What?
That's what you were gonna say, that you're Spider-Man.
No. I'm not Spider-Man.
I mean, I've been watching you for like a while now. It's kind of obvious.
What I was... You okay?
Doesn't really hurt anymore. I don't believe you're the Lisan al-Gaib. But I want you to die with honor. Jonas is a good fighter. He won't let you suffer.
And speaking of massive franchises, we have to mention Dune. Zendaya steps into the role of Chani, a fierce desert warrior from the planet Arrakis and a key member of the Fremen, the people who actually understand how to survive in the middle of all that sand, spice, and chaos. In the first film, she's more of a mysterious presence, showing up in Paul Atreides' dreams, while he stumbles through destiny and intergalactic drama. But in Dune Part 2, she's finally in the spotlight. Sharp, fearless, and not afraid to challenge Paul as he rises to power, she's not just his love interest, she's part of the revolution. It's a visually stunning, politically heavy, totally epic saga, and Zendaya walks through it all with that calm, intense stare like she owns the desert. Oh, and yes, she's coming back as Chani and Dune Messiah, already set for 2026.
Charlie!
Reload!
I don't want to get clean. I can't do it. And I don't want to be here anymore. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to scare you.
Wow. Okay, let me catch my breath here, because this is the role where Zendaya shook the world as Rue Bennett in HBO's Euphoria. Forget everything you thought you knew about her Disney days. Here, she plays a struggling teen battling addiction, trauma, and the chaos of just trying to survive in today's world. Rue isn't just the main character, she's the emotional core of the entire series. Broken, brilliant, unpredictable, and painfully real, Zendaya dives deep into Rue's highs and lows, from terrifying relapses to gut-punching monologues, and it's the kind of performance that leaves you stunned. Dark, messy, vulnerable, and completely magnetic. Her work in Euphoria didn't just earn her critical acclaim, it made her the youngest actress ever to win 2 Emmys for lead actress in a drama.
Which one of us?
Well, Zendaya's most recent role is in Challengers, a 2024 drama. In this intense film, she plays Tashi, a former tennis prodigy turned coach. She's now helping her husband, a once unstoppable Grand Slam champion, break free from a tough losing streak. To make a big comeback, he has to face off against his former best friend, who also happens to be Tashi's ex-boyfriend. And at the same time, there's a huge sexual tension between these two former friends. Basically, it's one big love triangle. Tashi's role has been described by Zendaya as that of a villain, but the film plays with perspectives, keeping the audience on their toes. It also leans heavily into its subtext, exploring themes of power, control, and desire, all wrapped in an edgy, sometimes steamy atmosphere.
You tell me if it matters. You're the professional competitor, Art. It can't be about avoiding my judgment. I'm not a nun. I'm not your mommy.
I'm just asking that you love me no matter what.
What am I, Jesus?
Yeah.
Alright, that's a wrap on some of the major roles from this incredible star who never stops surprising us with amazing performances. What's your favorite role of hers, and which one do you think should have made the list? Let us know in the comments. Now, pick your next video on the screen, and we'll see you in the next one.